G'day Steel Nation, how you going? It's Mark here, Mark Davidson from Steel Nation Australia. What's going on, West Country? What's that? Let's go! Baby! Yes! Yes! Let's go!
What's the deal with the schedule?
So I think the stereotype that we drink Fosters, and the first Foster I saw was in Pittsburgh. It's a true story.
Yeah,
The
I've
first
only
ever
seen-
Foster I saw was in America. I've never
Well, I
seen one
thought that
here.
was like Australia for beers.
For what? Alrighty, Steel Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. Just want to do a quick little live before Bubba starts his show in like 50 minutes, because a lot of you guys go on to Bubba's show and Shane's show, Steelers Dynasty podcast. A big shout out to them. Also, a big shout out to Here We Go show with Devin. I want to go quick live because I just got done doing the show, the AFC North Roundtable, and I'll put the link in the description after. But a big shout out to you guys. I saw a lot of you guys in the chat. I think George might have been there. I think J Devil was there. I saw a few other people in there. I can't remember. Raul was there. I saw a few people in there, so it was kind of cool. And I wake up at like 7:30 a.m. and then go live at my 8 a.m., which is your 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's kind of back. Football's back. And it was good. It was good to see the fellas. Like, I don't have any dislike towards any of the fellas. They're all really good blokes, good people. I just can't stand the teams, right? Can't stand the teams. It was fun, man. It was fun. So we're doing that this year. Oh, absolutely insane. Yeah, that's insane. They all want they want the Steelers to collapse and go on the rebuild, and Zay's got some outlandish things and stuff like that. Go watch it. Go watch it. AFC North Roundtable. If you want a bit of, it's good because you get, like, I get the perspective of their teams, of the Ravens, the Bengals and Browns. And to me, that's what's so special about the NFL is the fact we have divisions where you need to go win your division. Go win your division and, host a playoff game. I love the format. The NFL should never change the format. 32 teams, 8 divisions, 1 winner. It all just works out. 16 each side. They all fight for a playoff spot. They fight for a playoff spot. That's the Super Bowl, from either side. I love it. And we get to find a bit more about the Bengals. We find out more about the Ravens. We find out more about the Browns. Bit of a joking nature. It's a fun show. So I had a good time. But there was one comment that Jedevil says here that was brought up was the fact that they want the Steelers to go 4-12 or 5-11. It's not going to happen. Mike Tomlin led team, built team. The team got better. I don't think people realize that this year in 25 it actually got better than last year. Improvements to the O-line, improvements to D-line, and that's why. And today I'm just doing this. I'm just getting keen for the season. But that's why with the preseason coming up, we're looking forward to the secondary and guys there, or outside linebacker with Sawyer or middle linebacker, things like that, or even teams. I hear some good reports from Cameron Johnson punting the ball a million miles, and then also Collis Waitman too. So if this team isn't going 4-12, I think we have a chance to win the division. I think if the Steelers can win 11, 12 games and be 12-5, that to me would be the magic number. 12-5 or 11-6, around there, wins the division. As long as the Ravens don't run away with things and win 14-3, we'll see how it pans out. Now, in a few weeks' time, I'll have to do my NFL or my AFC North standings. I probably will put the Ravens just a bit above because they are a very good team. But as I talked about in that podcast on the AFC North Roundtable, there's a lot of pressure. There's pressure on Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson has been in the NFL now 8-9 years, and they haven't won anything. They haven't won a Super Bowl. He's won MVPs. He's won all this kind of other stuff, but they haven't won anything. So there's a lot of pressure, I think, for the Ravens to do very well. I think if you were to put it, it's Ravens 1, Steelers 2, kind of tied with the Bengals, and the Browns dead last. I think they're dead last, so how they're doing things. So in a few weeks' time, I'll probably go through, the ratings, and they'll ask me to rate who's going to finish where. I'll probably put, Ravens could be 12-4. We might be 11-5, and Bengals 9-8 or 8-9, and then the Browns could be like 4-something. Me too. When that was brought up as well, Deontay Johnson was brought up. He's on the Browns. They got Devin Bush too as well. So, g'day Chloe, what's going on? G'day guys. True, the schedule isn't that hard as well. So, 100%. The Bungles need to sort out their defense. Look, they got a very talented team. But I guess we haven't really talked about too much to do with it. Talked about the AFC North teams this year on this channel, and it's a bit of a reminder when you meet up with the fellas and they're talking about, because the Browns the Browns are I think they're fucked, to be honest. They got 6 quarterbacks. They signed Myles Garrett to be their standout defender. But they're just as bad as they're not going any direction. They're almost going backwards, or they're going in circles. They're going to start Joe Flacco. They don't know if they're going to keep Sanders or Gabriel or whoever. I think they're in a bit up topsy turvy. But I think that the person or the team that is the most threat to win has to be the Ravens for sure. Hooly dooly. But we'll do a quick little show because I know you guys are getting ready to and we might do this every week, depending. I'm trying to get myself more structured. We might do it every week where I do the AFC North Roundtable, and then maybe I'll do a planned show that is live straight after. Because I'm in go mode. I'm already in Steelers Talk. I've got things set up. I'm already awake. And then we might try and fit it in between Steelers Dynasty podcast. 100% TD, 100%. Holy do it. So let's also talk about a bit more. We found out some news too. Around this guy. Will Howard has a sleeve on his hand. I found out more news about Will Howard and his injury. They said it was going to be 3 weeks. Then I think Mike Tomlin came out in a press conference, and I think he said it was week to week. So it could be a possibility he might play the last game. Somehow, some way. Hopefully they can get him to play something. We wanted him to see... We wanted Will Howard to play some preseason snaps, and it's not going to, not going to kill his career. He won't be a bust or anything like that. But I think for the fan base, we just wanted to see him play football. And the talk in the offseason once Rodgers leaves next year will be who's going to be our quarterback. All right, it's been that for a few years now. The Browns guy, Zay, was saying that we're turning a bit into the Browns where we're adding names to the quarterback list. And yes, since Big Ben, we've had Trubisky, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, Rudolph, and Wilson. What's that, 4 or 5, 6? And now it's going to be Aaron Rodgers. But it should not go above 10 or 12. It should hopefully the next year or two find the franchise guy. Could that be Will Howard? Could that be a guy in 2026? But that's so far away. I sometimes get a bit sick in the stomach talking about something so far away when we've got to enjoy each day and enjoy our season, this season in 2025. So the update was where Will Howard's wearing a splint or a cast on his hand. Apparently the reports I read too was he hurt his pinky. So maybe his pinky got trapped. I don't know. Apparently it was a center exchange. No idea how that happens in that case too. G'day, Michael. What's going on? Don't rush him when he's healed. You're 100%. Hoping for Howard's speedy recovery. G'day, Roberta. Hope you're doing well, Roberta, as well. And yeah, Arch Manning 2027 or sell the team. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I know the Steelers need a franchise quarterback, that's for sure. But we're paying franchise money, into our defense. But at the same time, the Steelers, for the short term, they've got to find someone. I think because Rodgers won't play. He won't play snaps, and you don't want him to. I don't think the Steelers are going to go through 3 preseason games and training camp pretty much the next month with 2 quarterbacks. I don't see it happening. I would be very shocked because they always take in 4 quarterbacks into the season. I think that what's going to happen is they're going to sign someone or maybe potentially trade for a quarterback. Maybe someone gets cut. They're going to pick someone up off the street to be QB4, which will be QB3 in preseason. No, I don't know if it's a broken thumb. I heard it was a broken. He hurt his pinky. I don't think it's his thumb. I heard it was something to do with his pinky, but I'm just reading through Twitter. So guys, we're getting there too. We're getting very close to the preseason football. There's preseason football tomorrow. Normally when I had time, I'd probably do some live streams and stuff like that, watch it, but I'll be at work. So, and of course I'm going away for a long time too. I'm going away to Europe for 30 days. I need to work as much as I can. But NFL preseason is pretty much back tomorrow, right? We had the Hall of Fame game. But back tomorrow, there's a few games on. Ravens versus, who is it? Ravens versus someone. I'm just trying to find it here. And we play, of course, your Saturday. So Colts at Ravens, and that's my Friday, your Thursday. Yeah. So Thursday Night Football, Colts at Ravens, Bengals at Eagles, and Raiders at Seahawks. Even though it's not real football, football's back. Football is back. If you guys like betting or whatever, you can get into that. It's really hard to bet preseason. If you guys just like watching different NFL players and players who are trying to make teams or, see what other teams are doing. If you still want the Bengals and Ravens to lose, all that kind of stuff. But Ravens always find a way to win their preseason games no matter what. It's back. We get to see people hitting each other. So I have to try and buy, I think I've got to buy Game Pass. I haven't bought it just yet. I've been trying to wait it out. I might try and see what games I've got on my other streaming service, KO, and then move from there. But 3 games tomorrow. Then we have, 3 games Thursday, 3 games on Friday, and then a shit ton of games on Saturday, including ours. And that's when we will be doing our 12-hour live stream. Yeah, true. Imagine getting him back. Trade for Super Bowl QB Chris Oladokun. Right. Now, Dobbs, someone wrote a comment in my chat was saying Dobbs could be the person. However, he's with the Patriots. So I don't know if they're going to go and trade for someone like that. Excuse me. G'day, Derby. What's going on, mate? Yeah, I don't know about Dobbs. Dobbs would be perfect, though, if he came back to fill in. And because the reason why I think you need another quarterback is you need people to have reps for the team. You can't just go and chuck out there Rudolph and Skylar Thompson, which they probably will this week because there's only 2. Rodgers ain't going to play. He might play 1 series, one. But you need to find out how the offense is working in terms of running backs, in terms of receivers. It's not just a quarterback. You got to someone's got to pass the football to someone, right? So when a person mentioned Dobbs in my chat, I thought, well, where is he? Then I researched Dobbs, and Dobbs is actually a Patriot. There's not too many guys that Harmon is hurt too. Yeah, there's a few guys that are hurt. Maybe we'll find out shortly what's happening in terms of injuries. There's apparently Calvin Austin is hurt. There's Alex Highsmith. I'm not trying to get too much into the injuries right now, even though I've talked about Will Howard, but I'm just hoping that the team is getting ready for September. And the reason why I was a bit pissed about Will Howard is the fact that I was getting keen to watch him in preseason. Now we don't get that chance, right? George says Dylan Cook has played QB before. Did he really? There you go. So converted the tackle, he was a QB, right? I don't know who's going to fill that role as the third quarterback, but I think it sounds like from the media stuff, and Rodgers said he's available to play preseason football if he has to, but at the same time, I don't think he will. I think it's going to be Mason Rudolph starts, maybe a quarter or 2, and then Skylar Thompson will finish the game out. But we're also looking forward to not just a quarterback and that kind of play on offense. We're looking forward to the defense and the cornerbacks, and like I said in the yesterday's show, Sebastian Castro and those guys, Rock Taylor, the receivers, those kind of blokes on this roster are going to be fun to watch. It's going to be a good time. Not to worry anyone, but I saw Sunday driving down Phoenix Street, saw a bald eagle sitting on a power pole. Hope it's not foreshadowing upcoming season. It's the wanted to trade TJ after getting hurt after his contract extension. Yeah, they were never going to trade TJ. That was just insane. I think if we follow this team long enough, you keep your guy TJ Watt a one-hat person, and you go have a chance to have a big season, and your goal is playoffs. So they were never going to trade TJ Watt. Yeah, and that's another bloke too that we're looking at as well is Jones, but I'm not too worried just yet. I find that this time of year, it's the microscope lens, it's the zoomed in factor. He doesn't do a certain route right enough. He doesn't do. He's late on his kick step. He gets beaten by Jack Sawyer, and he acts like this, and people are gonna be, oh my goodness, he's a bust. Let's wait. Let's wait until things pan out into the season, and g'day Gene, what's going on? So, like, everyone's now getting pumped. And g'day Raul, I think you were in the chat as well. I believe you're in the chat too. I think you're in the chat. What was it? The AFC North Roundtable. How did you get away from the Browns and Bengals Dreamers? Yeah, it was a good show. Look, they're all good blokes. They're good people. They're fun to chat with. And I can't stand their teams. And it offers us a good insight to the Browns, to the Ravens, to the Bengals. But yeah, I appreciate you being in there, man. It's been I think about 6 months since we've done a show. Yeah, 6 months or 5 months. 5 months since the draft, since we did our last show. So I've got a spot with them for the season. I might have to get help out, get Bubba's help from time to time. If I'm over Europe, I might try, and if I can, if I take my laptop to Europe, I might be able to stream. But the tough part will be their 6 p.m. could be my 11 a.m. and I could be really drunk somewhere. Could be really drunk somewhere in a random bar in Europe. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to saving up the coin, getting ready to go overseas, and gonna take my Steeler stuff. I'm gonna still try and do as much podcast, and my internet's going funny. Try and do as much podcasting as I can, live as I can, videos. Maybe my internet just seems to go well, then it goes down, because it tells me on my side here. But yeah, I'm gonna try and do as much as I can in terms of Steeler stuff because the season's on. When we verse the Vikings, September 28th. A week after we have a bye. Oh, and then too, I was going to bring up the game after that. I believe the game after, and the Bengals just released this. Let me get rid of some videos, some stuff. The game after the bye, I believe that's the, wait, is that it? Is that something else? No, that's the wrong one. This one. So, no, with the Browns first. So I think I'll be in Prague. When I'm watching the Browns play, I'll be in Prague. And then the week after, the Thursday night game, my Friday, I think I'm in Vienna. I think I'm in Austria. I'm somewhere in Austria. So the funny thing is, when I'm over there, during that time, it goes by, then Browns game, Bengals game, the Bengals just released the white all uniforms, Thursday Night Football, the white Bengal. And it would be cool, it's not a rumor, but it would be cool if the Steelers did their black and gold color rush. That'd be sick. That'd be insane. So you'd have this one here being all white, and we do the black and gold, but I don't know if they will. But yeah, that's going to be heaps fun. Yeah, no, definitely not. I'm going to take my time. I'll probably, hopefully, I'll just stick to beers and that. But I'm looking forward, to be honest, going to Oktoberfest. I'm looking forward to going to Ireland and Germany and Austria, and also learning about like the history, some of that stuff. I'm going to a lot of places, man. I'm going to a lot of places that have a lot of history to do with World War II and all that kind of stuff. Going to Nuremberg to, look into that. If you guys know about that. I'm going to as well a place in Austria called Mauthausen. I won't say too much anymore because it could be quite upsetting for people. But yeah, research those two topics and you'll see what's going on in terms of World War II. But I won't go too far into it, but it is some really, really dark history that I'm going to go to. I've got a bit of a plan laid out for where I want to go for 30 days. And yeah, I should be able to take my laptop, microphone and stuff and get over there. But as I start to summarize and as I start to round it up, and we might go another 10 minutes or whatever, Are you guys keen? I am keen for Steelers football. I'm keen for this Sunday. I'm keen to go from 5 a.m. to 5 p.m., your 3 p.m. to your 3 a.m. I'm keen to see this team on the field versus a real team that is, Johnson, that is Derek Harmon, that is Y.A. Black. I'm keen to see, what players are turning up, what players are injured, who's available, that kind of stuff. In the comments, in the live chat now, who are you keen for? We've been doing all this talk, all this off-season, and now it's finally going to happen where we get to see our team play football. It's fucking back. It's right. It's and this is why I was saying, I just don't understand that people can say, oh, we're only going to go 8-9. We're only going to go 7-10. We're only going to go 6-11. Where's the heart? Where's the actual heart to get behind your team? And let's go, man. This season is now back on. It's my 5th year on. 5th year? We're going to 5 years. 5 times, 5 years on YouTube. It's a very long time. Ups and downs along the way, spinning the wheels along the way. Not as much content was what I would like to do, but ebb and flows. And you guys have been here for 5 years. 5 years on YouTube, and we're going to be streaming again. I remembered 5 years ago, or 4 years? I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago, that 5 years ago, right? That I was streaming to no one. To fucking no one. There was no one on there. No one. I was doing videos and there was 2 people watching the channel, right? And then the more and more you do it, the algorithm grows and that kind of stuff, and it gets better. Depending on what time of the week people come around and they watch later. There was no one. I was watching games of Steelers versus whoever, and there was no one in the chat. So it's a good time, man. I think everyone's getting really keen. Jetta was around there too. 12 wins with Mason leading the way. It could happen. You never know. Rudolph could take over. For quarterback depth, I don't think you want to see Rodgers get injured. I'm not going to say that that Rodgers, if he is injured, then the season's over. But I think you want to see quarterback depth. Already losing Will Howard for a few weeks sucks. So I think you're going to have people. I think Rodgers can have a good season, but we're going to look into the mobility. I think I've heard good reports about the offense in the last few days where they're catching up. I think his connection with DK Metcalf and Roman Wilson is getting there. Overall chemistry will start to build, and the chemistry too with Arthur Smith. I just think though too what we're missing, and maybe next year we can solve the problem. It's going to try and find the franchise guy. Like the Ravens have a guy, the Bills and Chiefs and the Bengals, and right now we just don't have that guy where it's like, oh, he's our bloke, he's our dude. We can build around him to go and win championships. We all know that. We all know that Rodgers is a 1-year rental. It's like a 1-year last deal. Settle the ship down and try and win a playoff game, or try and win the AFC North. My apologies if my internet went out again. Maybe I have to start my router or something like that every time I go on. It seems very cut and dry. Anyways, let me know, who are you looking forward to? What players are you looking forward to? Because for me, if they play a bit, I want to see Peyton Wilson. I'm keen to see Caleb Johnson. I'm keen to see Kenny G play. I'm keen to see, crazy enough, I'm keen to see the punter, man. I'm keen to see the punting battle, and teams and guys like that. So it's coming around the corner. We are definitely get. Oh, that's a good question. Do we re-sign Rod? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. 42 years of age, Rodgers. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. What up, Swaggy? What's going on? Yeah, that was interesting too. Was the fullback was getting Mark Robinson was a ex-running back, and he's a football guy. You listen to his interviews, and he just wants to hit. He reminds me a little bit of Debo Harrison. Not that he is Debo Harrison, but his mentality is just to put the shoulder pads on and run in there and hit. And that's what we kind of had last year with E-Rob too. E-Rob was fantastic. Atlanta Robinson, I thought he was great for the team. And obviously, even that, didn't Atlanta Robinson force a fumble for the Cowboys, a big hit, and Dak Prescott, if he looked left, there would have been a recovery, right? We could have won that game. So he's going to be missed at that position, but hopefully they can be physical at the middle linebacker position. Yeah, we've got Waitman as well, and we have the other bloke is the Australian guy too. So 1 second. Okay. Yeah, Collis Waitman was really good for us. Really good for us last year. And it's kind of like, at the same time, what's going to happen in terms of which one stands out, then next minute, which one stands out, and do they trade one? Do they keep one? We talked about last yeah, I had to. You're in timeout for a bit. I didn't like that comment. You're in timeout. And if you don't like the timeout, fucking deal with it. Go to another channel. You're in timeout. That was a bad comment. Anyways, I'm looking forward to the defense too, because we won't see, I don't know if we'll see like Ramsey. I'm not too sure if we'll see Slay, even Porter, but there'll be guys like after that coming up into the, we'll see like the Brandon Eccles, we'll see blokes like Beanie Bishop again. And look, you don't have to win the game. You don't need to win this game. But I think if enough plays happen, and then the minute we see like a Jack Sawyer, Ohio State champion bloke, coming around the edge, sack fumble to win the game versus Jags, I think Steeler Nation is going to start getting a bit amped up. Right, a bit amped up. Hooly dooly. Alrighty, Steeler Nation, that was a quick show. I can't believe that was a quick show. 26 minutes, 27 minutes in, quick show. But anyways, we might do this on a regular basis because I've got the AFC North Roundtable at 6, finishes around 7. Maybe I'll do the show 7:30 or something like that, and then we can do another preview. But as things start to happen, football's coming out. It does suck about Will Howard. There's still injuries around Calvin Austin and Alex Highsmith, and these kind of injuries are like, oh, are they going to play or are they getting ready for the season? But it's just another stepping point in the season where we're like, once we see this, dude, I've seen him too. Once we see the Steelers play football again, and we see like the Arthur Smith offense with the tight end involved, and if Jonnu Smith plays a series or they're getting the football to Darnell, I've got Darnell in my feed. I've been reading things about Darnell, and they're all really excited about him catching the football in the red zone. He's 6'8". They got to use him, right? 100%, Roberto. I'm very busy, but I'm trying to make things compact and get things in a certain rhythm right now, as best I can. So I normally have like, I always try and speak in American terms. I have your Sunday off, your Monday, then I work Tuesday to Saturday, and then I do podcasting in the morning, and then I go to work in the afternoon, and then also trying to get ready for Europe and that kind of stuff too. Woo! All right, Steel Nation, let's get out of here. I think I've covered enough. I talked about what I talk about. Check out the AFC North Roundtable if you want to. I'll try and put the link in the description as it finishes. And then we're getting ready for preseason football tomorrow. I've got to start to get ready for the 24-hour stream. If you do want to join me on that, 24-hour stream is for the Steelers versus Jags from your 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. From 3 to 3, which is my 5 to 5. And we're just, I don't know, man. I'm just thinking this can be a good season. And I think if we get a playoff run and a chance to win a playoff game, it gets back that Pittsburgh spirit, right? It definitely gets that back. When do I find time to sleep? When you guys are awake. So when you guys are awake at 5 a.m., I'm asleep. And that's why it's really hard to work things out. If it's your, 8 p.m. now, 9 p.m.? It's almost 9 p.m. So when I go to bed at 11 or 10 p.m., that's your 5 a.m., 6 a.m. That's why it's so hard to juggle things and break news. Like I can never break news because I'm asleep. And that's why I wish I could for the channel to break news and talk about it, but I've got to wait 9 hours. I go to sleep, then 9 hours later, I wake up and go, holy fucking hell. James Dibbo Harrison is a Bengal. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Roberta. I appreciate that. Thank you, TD. Thank you, George T, J-Devil, Gene, Michael. Thanks, everyone in the chat. And yeah, I'll see you guys over on, what is it? The Steelers Dynasty podcast in 20 minutes. All right. I'll see you later.